No need to complicate things. Let's dive into three simple yet powerful stories. The first story is about taking risks. I was just 19 when I left behind a life that seemed promising, but didn't resonate with my soul. I walked away from everything I knew, not because I wanted to, but because I had to. You see, there comes a time in your life when the path laid out for you no longer feels like your own, and that's where I found myself. The uncertainty was paralyzing, but I knew deep down that I had to trust my instincts. I had to believe that something better was waiting for me, even if I couldn't see it yet. That's the thing about life. It demands courage. You have to be willing to leap into the unknown, even when the fear is overwhelming. As time passed, I began to realize that the very thing I was afraid of was what I needed most. The risk I took wasn't about abandoning my past, but about discovering my future. Each challenge, each setback became a lesson in disguise. And looking back now, I see that those moments of fear were actually opportunities for growth. If I had stayed on the safe path, I would have missed out on the incredible experiences that shaped who I am today. Life has a way of guiding you where you need to be, but only if you're brave enough to listen. The second story is about passion. We all have something we're passionate about, that thing that sets our soul on fire and makes us feel alive. For me, it was creating something out of nothing. I was just 23 when I poured my heart and soul into my first big project. It wasn't easy, and there were countless times when I wanted to give up. But I couldn't walk away. Not because I was obligated, but because I was in love. Passion has a way of pulling you in, holding you tight, and refusing to let go. There were nights I worked until dawn, fueled by nothing but my determination and a burning desire to see my vision come to life. I didn't have all the answers, far from it. But that didn't matter, because I was willing to learn, to adapt, to grow. Passion isn't about knowing everything. It's about being relentless in your pursuit of what matters most. Even when the odds are stacked against you, even when everyone around you says it's impossible, passion keeps you going. And it's that unyielding drive that eventually leads to success. But here's the thing. Success isn't always about winning. Sometimes it's about the journey, the lessons learned along the way, and the person you become in the process. When I look back, I don't just see the achievements, I see the struggles, the sleepless nights, the moments of doubt. And I wouldn't trade them for anything because they taught me the true value of perseverance. The third story is about embracing failure. Failure, it's a word that sends shivers down most people's spines. But what if I told you that failure is not the end, but the beginning of something incredible? I learned this the hard way. After pouring everything I had into a project, I watched it fall apart right before my eyes. I was devastated, shattered, questioning everything I believed in. But it was in that moment of despair that I found my strength. Failure isn't a dead end, it's a detour to success. It forces you to reevaluate, to pivot, to find a new way forward. The pain of failure is real, but so is the growth that comes from it. When you're faced with failure, you have two choices. You can let it defeat you, or you can let it fuel you. I chose the latter. And it was the best decision I ever made. Looking back, I realized that failure was my greatest teacher. It taught me resilience, humility, and the importance of never giving up. Because in the end, success isn't about never failing. It's about rising every time you fall. So, if there's one thing I want you to take away from these stories, it's this: trust in yourself. Trust that life has a plan for you, even when it seems like everything is falling apart. Follow your passion, embrace your failures, and never stop believing that the dots will eventually connect, because they will. And when they do, it will be nothing short of extraordinary.